Hello, my name is Michael Levy. I'm a co-director of the PASS program. The PASS program offers both courses and resources for module exams as well as for the CFE. What you're about to watch is a video that PASS prepared that describes the new CPA education program that will be introduced in 2027. The video is presented by my PASS co-director, Ira Walfish. I hope you'll find this video helpful in gaining an understanding of the new educational system.
An introductory comment is that they've released certain details. There's not that many at the moment. I'm going to be going through what we know at the moment. There's going to be more released in the new year. Okay, so I'm just telling you that, obviously I'll tell you basically everything that they've released publicly, and there is going to be more. So, we know some. All right, so it's starting in, they're launching in January 2027. So I'm assuming there's people here that are graduating in the spring of 2026. A typical question would be, can I enter the current program? Can I still enter the current program if I graduate in the spring of 26? So the answer is yes. So it is kind of important to know, so when does the current system end? Like, when do I have no choice? When do I have to go into the new program? So the last offering of Core 1 begins in January of 2027, and Core 2 is July of 2027. So if you graduate, you don't have a problem if you graduate in spring of 2026. The electives, the last one, the final offering is January 28th, and the exam would be March of 28. So by March of 28, that's it. That's the final exam for the electives, and then the existing system will be gone. Okay, any questions? Does that make sense? Okay, now, how many CFEs do we have left? Well, we have 2 this year. June of 26. We have June and September of 26. But in 27 and 28, there will only be 1. There's not going to be a May-June CFE in 27 or 28. So, if you start spring of 26, if some of you here, I'm sure are graduating in the spring of 26, you can still write the CFE. Either you'll end up writing the CFE in 27 or 28. Now, you guys know that there's 3 opportunities to write the CFE. So if you start in 27, hopefully you'll pass. If you don't pass in 27, September, you could then write in September 28, second time. If you ended up failing in September 28, you would have to transition into the new system. I'll talk afterwards about transition. That's unclear what you would have to do in the new system. I haven't even explained the new system yet, but I'm just saying it's unclear because there is no CFE after September 28. You can start 27. Now, if you write September 26, I don't know if there's anyone here is probably not, that's writing September 26, then you have your 3 attempts. If you fail 26 September, you can write in September 27 and then September 28. But once you start in 27, hopefully you'll pass first time, if not second time. But you would have to transition if you run out of times and you don't pass the CFE by September 28. Questions? Okay, now, what about the modules? So let's back it up a little bit. What if I'm unsuccessful on the module exams? I don't make it to the CFE in time. So, they're going to support you in the current system. And it's going to be kind of what I was saying before. There could be a transition. If you're in the middle of taking the modules and you're unsuccessful and there is no more module left because the timing I just said a few minutes ago has run out. What are you going to do? You're kind of in the middle. You passed a few exams, you didn't pass all the other exams. What are you going to do? So they have a whole link here. Now, I think I want to put this in the chat. Oops, sorry. Can I copy this one sec? I'm going to go away from the slide mode because I want to copy this link. We didn't
Yeah,
give.
I'll just copy it in for you because
Oh,
it's
you want to
easier.
copy it? Oh, okay,
You're in
great.
the presentation mode, so I'm just copying in the link.
That's
I've
right. Oh,
copied it in.
okay, great. Okay, thank you. Michael's copying the link. Um, Look, I'm not going to lie, it's a little confusing. They go through all the different like possibilities. Like, what if I finish core one exam? What if I finish core two exam? Depending on the timing. What if I finished an elective exam? They go through all the different like possibilities and they show you like a whole little chart and they show you, okay, here is how you would transition into the new system, which again, I haven't really explained yet. But so the bottom line is there will be a whole transition if you're caught in the middle, which some people may be caught in the middle, and you want to move into the new system. Oops. Okay, so as I said before, the bottom line is that the new certification system, they're still working on it. They have not, obviously they probably know more than what they've disclosed. But we know a few things, and I'll explain in a second what we know. We know the exams are going to be national exams. It's not going to matter what province you're in. We also know the exams are going to be given around 3 times a year. So, okay, we know that. There is a link that you can find out more information. You can go to that link and you can find out, what they're currently disclosing. As I said before, there's going to be more coming in January of 26. So now, what is the structure? What do we know about this new system? All right. Outside of Quebec, I don't know why, but Quebec's a little different here. But outside of Quebec, there's going to be a first exam called a knowledge assessment exam. That is really for people that did not do accounting or business courses. So let's say I did a degree, I don't know, I have a BA in science. And I decide I want to transition, I want to be a CPA. So if I'm coming from a non-business, non-accounting background, I will have to take this knowledge assessment exam. So what is this exam? Okay, you don't have to take it if you majored in accounting. But if I didn't major in accounting, I have to take this exam, this knowledge assessment exam. It's basically going to go through and it's really going to be a technical exam just to make sure you know some of the basics of accounting. That's really what it's going to include. So again, I don't know, a lot of people are not going to have to take that exam. Quebec is an exception. The whole province doesn't have to take that exam. But if you're coming from a different background, then you will have to take that exam. Now, under the new system, there's no CFE. Core 1, Core 2, all of that is gone. They're calling the components they call it a foundational exam, and then they have what they're really calling professional exams. So they have a core professional exam part 1, they have a leadership professional exam part 2, and then they have a professional readiness, which is a final thing which you take like at the end. And similar to the current program, there is going to be modules before the exam, a little shorter. A little shorter. By a little shorter, I mean the module might be 6 weeks instead of 8 weeks. A little shorter. So they're going to have multiple exams, but they're not going to have a big exam at the end like a CFE. Now, what are each of these exams? So again, the little that we know, the foundational exam is a 3-hour exam. It's going to be a combination of multiple choice and cases. This seems to be a big theme. There is definitely more multiple choice. I don't know if you like multiple choice or not, but There's definitely more multiple choice. You're going to see it on how many exams. So on this foundational exam, your combination of multiple choice and cases, and they've expanded the areas. They've expanded the areas. Michael, I think went over, we have 6 competencies right now. We do not have ethical decision making. We have the second one. We have governance, we have finance, we have financial reporting, management decision making. Okay, we have all of that. Non-financial reporting, we don't really have that. That's kind of included with financial reporting. We do have strategy, risk management. Okay, fine, but notice they're breaking out organizational governance and strategy, risk management, and innovation. We don't have that breakdown now. We have strategy and governance. Tax, okay, we have that. And then they have value creation, which we definitely do not have now. So, I don't know, there's 9 topic areas. We're calling them topic areas. I don't think they're using the word competency. Maybe that'll change, but they're using the word topic areas. So these are the 9 topic areas that will be covered in the foundational exam. Everyone good? Next exam. They have a core professional exam, and that's in 2 parts. So part A, everybody writes. Okay. Part B, only if you're going for public accounting. Now, what's part A? So part A, 3 hours, again, multiple choice and cases. It's more confusing, I'll be honest. It is more confusing than the current system because the topic areas are changing from each exam. We don't really have that so much now. You know what I mean? We have 6 topic areas. Okay, so if I take finance, I get tested on finance. I guess it's also kind of similar to the way we have the electives. They're not testing everything. But this only tests 5 of the 9 topics. That's going to be part A. Assurance, big data, financial reporting, non-financial, and tax. Okay, and it's 3 hours. Everybody has to do this part. Part B, if you're going for public accounting, you got another 2 hours. Okay, and not surprisingly, the topics are going to be slightly higher weighting for assurance. Well, that kind of makes sense. I'm going for public accounting. Okay, but you know what? It's interesting. It's the same topics here as part A. You got financial reporting and non-financial reporting. Okay, so and you got assurance. So it's going to be the same topics as part A, just a little higher weighting. So you'd be writing for 5 hours. You'd be writing 3 hours, and then you'd be writing another 2 hours, and that would be part B of the professional exam, part 1. Everyone good? Okay. Then you have part 2. They call that CPA leadership. And this one sounds like it's more like day 2 of the current CFE. It's a 5-hour big case. Not surprisingly, you've got all 9 topics. Okay. Actually, I think you have 10 here. What did they add? Value creation, big data. I don't even know what they added here. I think they broke out. I think what they did here, don't ask me why, they broke out big data and data analytics. Not sure why. That one was mixed in before. So you'll notice, count the topics. We have 10 topics here, not 9. Okay. I don't know why they broke that one out. And this is a big case. Okay. So everyone does this. This is called part 2, whatever, CPA leadership. The last one, the best one, is they're not weeding anyone out. It's a 2-hour case at strategy and a 1-hour case on ethics. This is not intended to weed people out, and this is only after 24 months of experience. So this is the one people are not really going to worry about. Everyone's going to have to take this, and it sounds like I don't know 100% here, but it sounds like no one's going to fail this. Okay, they're calling it professional readiness, and I guess they want to give that to you after you've had your work experience, and they're calling that the professional final exam. So you can see, people, obviously it's very different. When you really step back and you kind of look at it, I was thinking, right now people have to write a CFE, and that's 3 days of exams. So from that perspective, it's not that different about like how many days. Again, it's a little different because if you're going for public accounting, it's going to be a little different. But if you look at the total number of exams, it's not that different. But obviously, the exams sound like they're going to be very different. Heavier emphasis on multiple choice for sure. Um, Day one of the CFE, um, I don't really know exactly how that's going to be tested or if it's going to be tested. It's probably going to be picked up a little bit in some of those 9 topic areas or whatever. But it's a pretty different system from an exam standpoint.
I hope you found the video helpful. PASS also has a number of other videos you may want to watch if you haven't watched them already. One video you might find very, very useful is the video we did, description of new CPA education program in 027 and the process of transitioning. In this video, you'll learn about the new modules you're going to need to attend under the new educational system and the new exams you're going to need to write. You'll also learn a little bit about the process of transitioning from the current system to the new system if you're in the middle of the current system when the new system begins. Another very important video is, should I choose the current or new CPA program? If you're just starting out, say for example, you're graduating shortly, let's say spring of 026, and you have the choice of, do I enter the current program or the new program? I think that this video will help you make an informed decision as to whether to write under the current or new CPA program. That's a very, very important career choice, or a very important choice that will impact your career that you're going to need to make, and you want to make sure that you make an informed choice. I think you'll find this video helpful in making that decision. We also have some videos you may want to watch that deal with the current educational system. Number one, overview of the current CPA program and choosing a path that's right for me. So in this video, we'll give you a very high-level review or synopsis of the current education program. And then we'll go through 2 different pathways that are available under the current program. And we'll discuss, what path it makes sense to take. And that way you can make a good decision if you do choose to go with the current program regarding which pathway you take under the current program from the 2 pathways available. Another important video, which is again particularly important if you're graduating soon, say again in spring of 026, and that is, how soon do I need to get started if I want to write the CP? Because the bottom line is, those of you who are graduating, say, for example, in spring of 026, or you might even be graduating in winter of 026, the bottom line is you have to arrange the timing of the PET modules to make it to the CP in time. The CP is disappearing in 2028. 2028 will be the very last CP. After that, it disappears. So it takes some good planning. If you do want to write the CP and go through the current system, it will take some good planning to make sure you get to the CP in time. And that's what this video will help you do. PASS also has some blogs that you may want to read. One blog is the new CPA education program in 027. This blog provides details regarding the whole process for obtaining your CPA under the new education program. Another blog, which I think you'll find very useful, is Help, I'm in transition, what do I do? What we do in this blog is we deal in extreme detail with what happens if you're in the middle of the current system and you need to transition to the new program that's starting in 027. And what we do here is we go through the whole process of exemptions you're going to get for exams that you wrote under the current system so that you don't have to do the new system from scratch. We also have a blog, should I switch to the new CPA program in 027 or not, pros and cons. In this blog, you'll learn about the pros and cons of the current versus the new CPA program, which again will help you make hopefully a good decision as to which route to take. I've given you a link in case you want to see these blogs. We also have some FAQs. Basically, I'm sure you have many questions that you'd like answered regarding all the changes taking place, right? We're now in a time of great flux. Hopefully you can find the answers to some of these questions by checking out the past FAQs. And as you can see, they're categorized. There are 4 different categories that will be relevant: writing under the current program, writing under the new program in 027, transitioning from the current to the new program, and choosing whether to write under the current versus new program in 027. Basically, we've got a number of FAQs under each of these categories. Hopefully, these will help answer questions that you have. Before we leave this video, I just want to spend literally a minute or two just telling you a little bit about PASS and what PASS has to offer. Who is PASS? PASS began offering UFI courses, which was the predecessor to the CFI, back in 1989, and then PASS moved on to offering courses for the CFI when the CFI commenced in 2015. The PASS courses historically have been offered in all of the large firms as well as mid-sized firms, and the PASS courses are being offered across Canada. Right now, we're offering the PASS course on a national basis for PwC. We also do a small part of the EY program. Michael Levy, which is me, I'm a co-director of PASS along with Ira Wallfish, and I was fortunate enough to win the gold medal when I wrote my UFI. I won't tell you what year, so as not to age myself, but let's just say many years ago. For our courses, we use instructors with professional marketing experience so that when you write mock cases, you get reliable and helpful feedback. And one thing I'm really, really happy to say is that we've had excellent feedback from our students. If you look at the Google reviews or you look at the testimonials on the PASS website, I think you'll see that our reviews have been consistently very, very good. Let me just spend just a very quick moment just talking about what we currently offer under the current CPA education program. Basically, we have resources and courses for students taking modules. The issue with the modules is they don't generally provide a comprehensive technical review. Anybody who's been through the modules knows that the purpose of the module is not to do a technical review of all the material you'll need to pass the exam. So what we do is at PASS is we provide extensive resources to supplement the module and help the students improve their chances of passing. And as I said, we have materials, we've got courses, we've got videos, basically whatever you like effectively is available. The courses available cover both technical material as well as a chance to write practice cases. You can take a course for an individual module exam, or you can take a package that includes more than one module exam. You can take a package that includes all 4 exams that you're going to have to do: Core 1, Core 2, and the electives. The study materials and videos are also available for either reviewing your technical or improving your case writing. Technical materials includes concise summaries of technical materials, as well as hundreds of multiple choice and other types of objective format questions that you can use to both master the material and get practice for the exam. You can purchase a study binder either with or without videos that covers multiple competencies or an individual competency. You can also acquire practice cases for the module exams. That gives you an edge by giving you the opportunity to write additional cases that are meant to be representative of the case you'll actually, or cases you'll actually write in your module exam. If you're interested in any of what I've just discussed, I've given you links for courses, technical material, and practice cases. We also have resources available for students who aren't going through all of PEP, who are doing accredited programs, because what we found when we spoke to people who've been through accredited programs is they don't always feel adequately prepared for the CFI. Even if they don't have to write the module exams, they still have to write the CFI. And as a result of that, they often want additional material to help supplement what they did at university. Sometimes there can, for example, be a gap in your university program where a particular technical area wasn't dealt with sufficiently, so people often find it helpful to get supplemental technical material. Also, people find our technical material useful because many of the accredited programs finish many, many months before the student actually writes the CFI, and that gives them a lot of time to forget their material. Therefore, they want to do a refresher. They want to review the technical material so they can do well in the exam. And I've given you the link for technical resources that will be helpful to accredit students who have attended an accredited program. We also offer courses for the CFE, basically case writing as well as technical prep. Our main course is the comprehensive course, which covers all the bases you need in terms of case writing for the CFE. There's also a short introductory case writing course that we offer. And we also offer 2 technical courses specific to the CFE, one in financial accounting, one in management accounting, given that these areas are the most heavily tested areas on the CFE. If you're not at the stage of the CFE yet, this will not be of great interest to you, but once you get to that stage, you may want to take a look at this link. The courses we offer are intended to offer maximum flexibility. We offer the courses live online, but we also video all of our classes, and these videos are available 24/7. We make a point of offering our courses outside business hours so that you can be working while you take our courses. We realize that many students will be working, and therefore we need to accommodate them. If you have any inquiries relating to the current CPA program or the future program, or you have any questions on decisions you need to make, or you have any questions on what PASS can do to help you, or any questions, period, please feel free to contact me, Michael Levy, or my partner, Ira Wallfish. I've given you our email contact information. I've also given you our phone numbers, which is also our WhatsApp numbers. I really hope that you found this video helpful. Take care. This is a time of significant change in the CPA educational system. So if you're a student who would like to achieve their CPA designation, I'm sure you'll want to keep abreast of these changes as they occur. So I would strongly encourage you to subscribe to the PASS channel. PASS is planning to continually create new videos as the system evolves. And by subscribing to the PASS channel, you'll have the opportunity to keep abreast of these changes as they take place. I would also strongly encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to watch the PASS video, should I choose the current or new CPA program. Now that you have a pretty good idea of what the new program looks like, I think you'll want to now try to come up with a decision. Should I stick with the old program or should I enter the new program? This video will give you some of the pros and cons of one choice versus the other, so you can make an informed choice as to whether to stick with the current program or move on to the new CPA program.